Welcome to 1111, which is a segment from my podcast where we talk about a topic for 11 minutes and 11 seconds. Today's podcast episode is kind of like a TED Talk vibe where we just, I like okay, so I've been obsessed with TED Talks. Let's start there. I've been every morning I've just been listening to little TED Talks just to really make my mind work a little bit. I don't know. I enjoy it. I like it, right? And I feel like I want to give a little a little speech. Um, just because I have been working. Hold on, I need water. I need to burp, Loki. Do you ever get that feeling where you need to? Sorry, sorry. Okay, so I want to talk about how lately I've been working on being present because I feel like being present fixes a lot of issues and a lot of things that can go through my mind. Let me explain. So, whenever I'm present, I focus on the now. I don't focus on what happened yesterday. I don't focus on what needs to be done tomorrow. I focus on what can be done right in front of me. Like right here in front of Manny Rico's presence, what can be done? What can I do, right? And it's saved me from so many problems where in my mind I overthink or I'll be like, oh crap, I need to get this, I need to do that. I need to buy new shocks for my truck. I need to get plates. I need to, finish my taxes, which I did today, buddy. I'm so happy. I had okay, first I had such a cute conversation with my tax lady. It's an old family friend. I've seen her since I was two. I can remember her being in her, office all the time, right? And I was like, she's my bestie. I loved her. We talked about zodiac signs and her dad and her mom. She told me this really funny story about her mom, how she baked spaghetti and she came home and she was like, "What?" I don't know. It was so cute. I was like, "Oh, I hope I helped. I hope she no one genuinely talks about your mom or your parents or your family to your tax person. You know what I mean? So I hope she has I hope she carries that conversation with her throughout the day. Anyways, I'm literally me acting like I'm the center of her universe. Oh my god, she's gonna go back home and talk to her husband about me. Anyways, back to the topic. Being present. Oh my god, okay. So, being present, it fixes so many issues for me because whenever I overthink and I'm like, oh my god, I have to do all of these things. Holy cow! When am I gonna dismantle white supremacy? Have sex for the first time. I'll read all these books I want to read, record all these vlogs, go outside, ride a bike, go to the gym, journal and hang out with my friends and make new friends and go to the ocean and go to the city and go to and go help my niece with her essay and then go do my taxes and then talk to my mom and have dinner with my mom. When am I gonna do these things, right? All of these things just run through my brain 24/7, right? And lately I've been meditating and I've been being present. I've been okay, stop. I've literally been Manny, dog, chill out. Stop this. Just focus on what you can do right now. And I've been focusing on my breathing, of course. I'm you know, and I've just been okay, you're okay, buddy. More than 1,000%, we're going to be okay. I just know that whatever it is, whatever problems we have, we're going to be okay. Because, hear me out. Sorry. Excuse me. Sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Hear me out. We were perfectly placed here. We were meant to be here. Okay? You were meant to be born. I was meant to be born. Every single human being on this earth was meant to be born, right? Whatever they did with their life, that's up to them. But we were meant to be here, okay? Just as Mars, just as the giraffes, the koalas, the turtles, the oceans, the sun, the stars, the moon, everything. We were all meant to be here, okay? We do not question, we do not, question our significance. For me, I sometimes take for face value, not face value. I don't appreciate what we have in front of us. which is life and beauty and friends and love, right? I feel like I've been like unwiring, dewiring. I've been I've been trying to like dissect my brain and see what I can change from my brain. And what is always the thing that happens to me that I'm always like, crap, like I wish I could do that, is being present. Like always, I feel like I don't value the things that I have. And today it rained, and whenever it rains, I like to romanticize. And I feel like romanticizing things has been like the best thing for me to stay present, but also forward to look forward to the near future. You know what I mean? Like I just really love the feeling of falling in love with life, and this is all that it gives me. Like all of this sums up to being happy to be alive, and I think that's like one of my top goals. I feel like for me, the point where I will reach the most amount of presence and being right there is when I quit social media, when I don't post anymore and don't post any vlogs and podcasts and anything, or maybe podcasts. I feel like, call me crazy, I feel like I'm going to podcasts until I'm like done. But like YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, I cannot wait for the day that I don't have to do any of that. YouTube, I don't know. I feel like okay, YouTube. I I don't think I'll ever quit YouTube just because I've made it a space where it's like a visual diary at this point, and I think that's like my favorite thing ever that I've ever been able to create. And but like social media, I just cannot wait for the day that I don't have to post anything. I feel like that will be my biggest, biggest um, achievement, and that'll be my biggest way to achieve presence and just like really exist. I feel like I really just want to exist. I've just been having that. I sound crazy. I'm sorry. I just been having that emotions where so like okay, let's a month back I took testosterone pills and it really made me like straight. Like just my mind, it was just so forward straight, like just so like this and this, and it was all routinic. It was all awful. I was dead inside, right? Like no one was in my head, bro. Like I was not able to feel any emotions. I was just horny and like focused to work out, right? And I'm getting all of these emotions back because my levels are finally leveling and balancing. My levels are finally balanced, and we're getting there. And I'm like feeling all of these emotions again from like being built up in a month or whatever. And I get just so excited because I'm so excited to build myself even more to you know experience life and and kiss people and read and go places and make friends and like I just feel like there's so much more to life than what I'm feeling right now or like what we're going through right now. Like this is just an experience. This is just a chapter in our memoir. This is just, like this isn't our whole life. Like we still have so much life to live. And like obviously we have to focus on being present and living this life. But it's also beautiful to romanticize and be like, this is not my full experience. Like this is literally just a little bit cool. Like we are like right here and we still have like all of this. Like we still have so much, right? And I couldn't be more excited and I couldn't be more thrilled and like angsty, like just to live life and experience and breathe air because somehow we're gonna get there and it'll be so wonderful, right? Like It's I think one of the biggest things that I've ever done for myself is be excited to live and find excitement in your life and build. And in a way that Instagram and YouTube has helped me a lot to really do that for myself. And I think it's very powerful. And, I love the connection that I've built with people and all these things. But I also feel like um, I don't want to depend on this in order for me to be excited about living. Because all of this can be gone tomorrow. Like the internet, whatever it is, And I would hate if my happiness depended on this, right? That I wasn't living and making connections and experiencing my life and building a life outside of this. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's my biggest. That's like the thing that I work on, and the thing that I'm always working on and constantly failing at. But it's all about trying, and it's all about what we can do in this exact moment, right in front of us. So I love you. Be safe.